La realtà è che se tu volessi, tu potresti fare più soldi, potresti vivere meglio e soprattutto dovresti volere più soldi con uno scopo nobile. Per cosa guadagni questi soldi? Per chi guadagni questi soldi? Hello everybody, I'm here, I know, and I'm sure you know where I'm at, because you know this dude already, and if you don't know, go check him out on YouTube, Instagram, and everything, because he's gonna be everywhere, trust me. As soon as you click something, you're gonna see popping out everywhere, but that's a good thing. I'm at the house of this legend, which is called Fraser Brookes. Fraser, it's a pleasure for me to meet you. Thanks you for inviting me. And I mean, I'm super happy to be here because when I started my journey into the network marketing industry, as you know, I talk about many things on my YouTube channel, but I started with the network marketing industry and I'm so proud because it helped me so much in many areas of my life. And I used to watch these guys training about, you know, when, like, how can I, you know, go to the next level on social media? How can I do stuff? So I'm here with him. He's gonna share with you some crazy stuff, but we're not gonna dive into, you know, technical stuff because he has his YouTube channel. So we're gonna put the link here. Go and check it out. What are we gonna say about it? I mean.
No, hey man, I'm excited to have you here. It's so cool. We got to hang out for a couple of days whilst you were being in Dubai, and it's so cool you just show me your YouTube channel. It's hard to see, but we've got a little bit of pink in the background.
Yeah, we tried.
We tried so hard to get the pink, but pink on blue turns purple. So it's kind of crazy, but I'm really excited to have you here, bro, and I'm just so proud of what you've been able to accomplish and do. And it's just for the people who have been subscribed or watching you from the beginning, like, the story that they're going to be able to tell of the person who they knew when you know your success just keeps going and going and going is. I'm excited, brother. We've got to do it for Europe as well. Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna watch this interview in a few times. You know.
Yeah.
So first of all, Fraser, just tell them about who you are. I mean, a little bit of glimpse into your story, so they understand how many years are you into this industry.
So my career in network marketing is very, very unique. Like, there's probably about 5 people in the world, maybe less, who have got a similar story to me. So my network marketing career started before I was born. Okay. So in 1987, my mum and dad, they were broke. They had no money. They had this house. There was 14 people living in this house. They couldn't afford to pay the bills. And my dad had his enough is enough moment. That moment where it's like, enough. Like, I can't live like this anymore. So what happened is he went downstairs, and someone had left a newspaper on the kitchen table, and he saw a picture of an Aston Martin sports car. And back then in 1987, Aston Martin was like, it's still a great car, but like back then it was like James Bond drives it, best car. So he saw it, was like, whoa, that'd be nice. And there were 3 words written above it: MLM, MLM, MLM. And MLM is multi-level marketing, but he had no idea. It was 1987. You couldn't go on Google, what is MLM? So he thought MLM was Make Love Monthly. That's what he thought it was. Make love monthly, make love monthly, make love monthly. I drive an Aston Martin, you can too, call me now. So he picks up the phone and speaks to someone about multi-level marketing. But my dad said, like, hey, I want to know more about make love monthly and drive an Aston Martin. He was like, no, it's multi-level marketing. He got invited to an event, and I was in my mum's womb in the room at that event. Mum and dad went on to become top 100 income earners of all time in network marketing, built organizations of nearly 200,000 people. Without online, all like literally advertising in newspapers, calling their friends, doing home events, everything. So I grew up around the industry my entire life, like every single minute. My mum and dad made similar sort of income levels to Eric Worre. So imagine if you lived in the same room, the same home, had dinner every day, every night, lunch every day, breakfast every day with Eric Worre for your entire life. So I saw what my mum and dad did, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't think I could. Because they were extroverted, crazy people. I'm actually very introverted. It doesn't come across on the camera.
It's strange because I see many YouTube people, they're very extrovert, but when you see them like in real life, they're very quiet, you know, they stay on their own. It's funny.
You have to be the lion online to be the lamb at home. Like, I think it's really important to know that if you're introverted, like, it's not faking it, it's just a different persona. Like at home, I'm just so chilled. I hardly speak, I hardly talk. I'm just me, like on my phone or just chilling out. Online, on stage, bang, it's completely different. But it allows me to do that. So I said no for 4 years. During that 4 years, I was going to the pub, in the UK. I was going out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, having a couple of days off on Tuesday, Wednesday, doing way too much things that I probably shouldn't be doing. Whilst I saw my mum and dad travel around the world, and I thought, 22 years old, I think it was the 8th of April 2010, I was like, nah, not doing this anymore. I've got the fear of missing out. So I decided to get involved in network marketing, but I thought I'm just going to build it all online. Obviously started with my warm market list, my friends, my family, and then I went on to, you know.
You said 22, I'm 23. So, you know, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm at the right time of my life. Let's go.
Yeah, right. They're like, I sacrificed my entire 20s. Like, and I think for people who are in their 20s watching this, it's quite a scary thought of like, yeah, but like your 20s is made for, you know, traveling with your friends and going out and getting drunk and girls and boys and all of this sort of thing. But for me, I thought, but everyone who I know who's going to be doing that in their 20s, when they're 40s, 50s, they're going to be like sat at home hoping to have 3 weeks holiday. Whereas I'm going to be on private jets, private yachts. I didn't think I was going to be living in Dubai back then, but now I'm living in Dubai. It's sunny like every single day, you know? So I just thought, vision, I'm going to sacrifice some of my 20s, almost all of it. And I'm just going to live from 30 onwards. I'm just going to live like a king, you know? And network marketing allowed me to do that, you know?
You realize that.
Yeah.
So you went through with those Eric Worre's dinner, and then you started, and then all online.
Yeah, so I spoke to 137 people who I know. And you have to go through your warm market. Like, I believe the money's not in the money's not in the list, the money's in the skills that you create from the list. So the money is not in the people who you know, but the skills that you have will. And you'll see here, I've got it written on, and it was actually written on before the guys came. But this is how I describe network marketing. Network marketing is turning strangers into friends, friends into family. That's all it is. That's all it is. And there'll be more people in your business who you don't know than you do know. So I contacted my list, and all the people on the list had either been on a night out with me, been to the pub with me, been to the club with me. They've seen me vomit on my own shoes. They've had to carry me home. They've had to call my dad to pick me up. They've had to tuck me in at bed. So I already in my head, I was thinking, they're never going to join. Why would they join me? Oh, I'm not joining this guy. He's a business. This guy, a business. Yeah, right. So I recruited 4 of my friends, but then it was like team, let's get drunk. Like you recruited someone, let's go to the pub and drink. You got a new customer, let's go to the pub and drink. So that I soon realized that I had to level up. So I have something called the influencer scale. So there's 2 ways of recruiting big leaders. You either reach out to someone who's just a little bit more influential than you. If you reach out to the people who are way more influential, then it's scary and most people just won't do it. So just someone a little bit more influential, a little bit more, and then after 10, 20, 30 levels deep, you get to the real big hitters. The other way is listen to the YouTube channels. You listen to Eric Worre, listen to you, listen to other people who have got what you want, and you take yourself from a 2 to a 3 to a 4 to a 5 to a 6 to a 7 to 8 and then eventually you become the 8s and the 9s and you have the influence. So it was very messy in the beginning, like really, really, really messy. But I'm grateful for that because I'll never ever forget the person who I was when I started. So when I teach and train, I always speak to the person I started. Always. Otherwise, it's...
That's why I say I put so much passion, because I think I'm talking to Giorgio of 5.5 years ago when I started. So it's like, that's it. So
yeah, man, it's important.
Amazing. And so do you really think like the millennials, so people from 20 to 30 should go really deep into network marketing? Because when people text me, I receive lots of emails on my website and blah, blah, blah. And people ask me, I'm doing this, what I should do? I want to go online, what I should do? And I always tell people, you can make money in many industries, not only network marketing. But if you're ready to start and you don't have so much money, network marketing.
For sure. And I actually think even if you have got a lot of money, your network marketing business can accelerate at a rapid level as well, because in my opinion, there are three kind of levels or three things you invest in, and regardless what level you are, the first thing is you invest in yourself, right? Even if you've got $100, $20, $50, it's something you can invest in yourself. It could be a book, then it could be a course, then it could be an event, then it could be group coaching, then personal coaching. I think after that, it's very important. This is where I think people get it wrong. is it's important to invest in experiences. So many people then invest into like the stock market, but I think it's important to invest in experiences, because when you go, because travel is an investment. So when you come here to Dubai and you hang out with yourself and other people, when you're on the plane going home, regardless what seat you sat in, you're thinking, I don't want to go to work on Monday. And there's something inside of us, like a spark that just lights, and you straight away think, I've got to do whatever I can to be able to do this every month. And then eventually every day of my life. And then the third one is using that kind of, that passion, that ignition, you're building your business. The third one is then investing in the stock market and different things. I'm not going to go into all that fun stuff because that can get messy.
And it's things that network marketers, top network marketers needs to know much more, because they are real hustlers, not really like investors.
Right. They can, like the amount of money that's made in the network marketing space is amazing. The amount of wealth, that's what needs fixing, and that's why you need the mentorship and all that. So I think everyone should get involved. And I think the problem in network marketing, one of the problems, is that it's promoted as a business opportunity a lot. Whereas a lot of people join for the money, but they stay for the people that they meet and the person that they become. So again, there's 3 levels in network marketing. There's the first one, everyone starts on the first step, which is egocentric. I'm doing this because I want to earn this so that I can do that. Like, I want to make $500 a month. I want to make $5,000 a month. I want to make $50,000 a month. The second level is then endocentric, where you talk about we need to get our team to level 5, to level 7, to diamond, to this, to that. And the last level, which most people don't get to, you're doing it right now with what you're doing. You're serving. Jim Rohn always said, service to many is greatness, leads to greatness, is mission. And when your mission is bigger than the commission, you'll never worry about the commission. And the funny thing is, the word mission is in the word commission, but most people miss that. So I think that's what people need to really focus on is, I'm doing this because I'm going to grow. As a result, I'm going to make money in all my different...
As a result.
Yeah, right? I'm going to make money as a result of all the things that I become.
I think people realize that maybe after 1 year or 2 years. At the beginning, as you say, people join for themselves. I need to make money. I need to change the job I'm into. And then they realize that.
Yeah, well, too many people, they say, I'm going to give it a try. Well, my dad used to always tell me, he said, if you add the word oomph at the end, oomph is like, I don't even know how I'd say it in Italiano, but like oomph is like oomph, like let's do it. Triumph. So this is the key. You've got to. It's not. You wouldn't be at the church at the altar with your future husband or wife, and you wouldn't turn to them when the pastor or the priest comes to you and says, "Do you now take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?" And you turn around and say, I'm going to give you a year. I'm going to give you a try. Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna go. You would never ever say that. So why'd you say that to yourself? As soon as you say that, you're giving yourself an out. You're giving yourself as like, okay, well, it's probably not going to work, so I'm going to say that so that I've got that to blame or to come back.
And it's funny because a relationship or a marriage is like a sort of a business too. I mean, you have to manage that daily, and it's not sure the outcome. So 100%. It's pretty similar.
Yeah, it has its risks, has its rewards. You know, you can get hurt, and you can then, build a life that you never even imagined.
So how much you saw like correlation between network marketing and life?
For me, it's been like literally, if you were to cut my wrist now, don't. But if you were to cut my wrist now, network marketing will come out. It wouldn't even be blood, it'd just be network marketing because it's just all I know. So I think every time I've gone through dips in my life, I think of my network marketing experience and go, okay, I've been in a dip in my network marketing, but I got out of it. And then one of my favorite quotes of all time is, if it doesn't matter 5 years from now, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. It's one of my favorites of all time. And I think that when it comes to network marketing, you have moments where it's like, oh, someone just quit my team. Who cares? It won't matter in a year from now. People
get too emotional, and then if they have a long-term vision, they should realize. If they have it, they realize, oh, this person, I love her.
Right.
There's gonna be plenty of them.
Right. So I think it's just important because life can be lonely. Like even if you have a partner, it can still be lonely. And like 1 in 4 people don't have friends. And I think you can have a lot of friends in your 20s when your friends want you for a night out. Like, I need to go on a night out. Who can I call? Oh, I'll call Pedro, or I'll call whatever. But I think when you get later on in life, your circle decreases. Yeah, it gets smaller, but the value inside of it obviously increases. But I just think it's important in network marketing. You have that crazy support system. it's create the community, the support. You're never alone. If you need to speak to someone, you have.
And I think it's the number one thing people should look at in a business. Because I think the hard part in a business is not just make money, but it's to have the belief and the people supporting you. Because in any other kind of businesses, what I see is people sell you information. I mean, that's right. That's right. But nobody is really interested in you making money.
Right.
And so I see this slight, which is not slight difference, which is huge for me. So that's why I say to people, to everybody, join a network marketing company. Because at least the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you have support, you learn so many things. The personal development inside is free. It's free, and it's huge because it's people that really work on their business on a daily basis. So Fraser, one question for you, because many people follow me, they do a certain type of business, and many maybe are in network marketing. So how is the online word, so the direct messaging word, so the outbound calls, so, when people start, as you said, that people say, okay, I have this small circle around me, that's all I got, so that's all I'll have. So how you really can shift their mind onto thinking it's plenty of people, you just know how to reach out to them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think the first thing really is important to, again, you speak to the people who you know with the understanding is, you know what, because they know me and they know what I'm like and they know my past and they know who I am right now, chances are a high percentage of them won't join. However, those are the people who you can sit down with. So the people who you can get in front of face to face, you've got a better chance of them joining because they can see every single thing about you is excited about this. On social media, you can't read tonality. You can't read passion. You can put 3 fire emojis at the end, but that's so easy. So it's important when you are going through your list, in my opinion, if they're in the same country, do your best to try and meet up with them. If they're in within a 2-hour drive, meet up with them. If there's a flight, probably not, unless you know it's going to be worth your time to do. So I think that's important to know. Always your list, so important. The people who you know, so important.
And I underline these.
Yeah.
I really underline these.
Yeah.
Like 3 times because people. I know it's sketchy to say, come with my team. We give you everything online. The leads are coming through your way. I mean, there are systems like these. People use them. We use them, but the practice at the beginning is crucial. You've got to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think one of the mistakes that a lot of people make is they do this on social media, in the network marketing space. Just got involved in a business opportunity, comment fire emoji below if you want more information. And they do that before they speak to their family and friends. Imagine if you found out you were pregnant or your partner was pregnant and you posted it on social media and then you called your mum a week later and said, Mum, I've got some news. She was like, I know, you're pregnant. And you told your social media friends before you told me. Would she be interested in what you've got to say after that? No. So what you have to do, you have to contact your friends and family and say, I'm launching something on social media in 2 or 3 weeks, but I need you to be the first to know. Do you have 5 minutes that I could explain it to you? Right? Then you're going to go and contact your friends on social media. You're not just going to make a post, you're going to contact them one by one. But I have 5,000 friends. Amazing. You're going to be very, very busy. And busy people in network marketing who do the right things are the ones who make a lot of money. So you're then going to contact them and say, I'm launching something in a week on social media. Would you like to be the first to know? No worries if not. Right? So you give yourself that easy reason to, they say, yes, I do. Great. You tell them what it is. They say, no, I'm all right, thanks. Okay, great. Do you know anyone else who'd be interested in making money on social media? Get in at the beginning. Right? And it doesn't matter if the company's 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old. It doesn't matter because it's your launch and it's your rocket that's going to be getting there. So that's the important thing. After that, I think it's then the key is just generating new leads every single day. Because if your list is dying, you have that feeling of frustration and desperation and I've only got 3 people to talk to. I'll pay for you to join my team, please. But when your list is growing, you have no limit. No limit. And that feeling that you get inside just keeps you going and going and going. So generating leads and then using at least 1 piece of video content every day. Video content Facebook Live, Instagram Stories, Instagram Reels. If you're really scared about it, go on to Twitter and there's an app called Periscope, if it's still called Periscope, and just go live on that app, right?
It was old one.
Right, really old, bro. That's how I started. But branding now, social media, you build your online brand through video.
He's
all
saying lots
video.
of numbers, like one per day. Before he talked about 137 who he spoke to. So listen to the numbers. Don't just get through the motion. Oh, it's funny. Oh, it's amazing because this guy is amazing and it's funny. But the numbers, okay. And I tell people, whenever you're lacking skills, make up a number.
Yeah, for sure. You will make. There are more people in the world for you to speak to than there are mistakes that you will make. And for me, that was something that I was like, yeah, that's okay. I can make 1,000 mistakes, but there's 1,001 more people I can speak to. So I think it's really understanding that messy action, just doing some content, speaking to some people. And I think if you're in network marketing especially, is do the personal production before you start doing the teamwork. So wake up, grow your list, get your content done, and then answer Pedro's message about like, oh, my product's not arrived yet. Because that's going to drain your energy. You prospecting and creating is going to give you energy. It's like, okay, let's go. And then when Pedro says, oh, my customer didn't reorder, what do I do? Oh, my product hasn't arrived. You're like,
so important
oh.
for you.
Try prospecting when you've got no energy. It's hard, and people can see it. So it's building on social media, building online. Any business is just generate leads, build a brand. Generate leads, build a brand. You can communicate easier through text and stuff, but just because it's easy to text, always look to try and get them on a FaceTime, on a Zoom, meet up with them, right? When your brand's really big, you're gonna do, hey guys, I'm gonna be at Starbucks working from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. Come say hi if you can. People are like, really? And they'll do whatever you say because you've got the influence over them. So it's a long conversation, right? But it's generate a lead, build your brand, generate a lead, build a brand, generate a lead.
And you know what fascinates me? When somebody sponsored that person through social media, that booms. And I always think people texting to, the cold market, and one doesn't answer, and the one, ghosts him. And I'm telling you, there's gonna be that one that joins. He's gonna crush everything. So keep believing. Grant Cardone, I'm a huge fan of him. He says like, make every call like it's the call.
Yeah.
How do you think about it? I mean,
Bro, I'll tell you a story. So my life changed through cold messaging. So a lot of you guys probably have never even heard of the app called Skype. There used to be an app or a website called Skype, and it was how you did video calls. It was the first one that came out. Microsoft ended up buying it. But on there, I have a process called Find, Add, Message. So it's FAM, right? Which is short for family, because that's what network marketing is all about. So you find someone, you add them, connect with them, and then you reach out to them, message them. So I use this process, and I searched on Skype business owners living in Liverpool, because you were able to do that on Skype. And there were only 2 people who came up, because you have to fill in your profile, and not many people did. And there were 2 Russian guys, both living in Liverpool. I messaged them both. One ignored me, and one said like, hi. But he was the stereotype of a typical Russian, like huge, massive, long black ponytail, and he was the first Russian I'd ever spoken to. Anyway, I invite him round to my house. He turns up to the house. He's at the front gates. He walks up, and I swear he had this kind of swagger, and you could feel the ground moving. It was that crazy. I'm 22 at the time, and I'm like, hello, nice to meet you. And he's like, hello, my name's Sergey, nice to meet you. Suited. I'm shorts. I've got a hole in my t-shirt because I was a student at the time. And we had this meeting, and he saw the same thing that I saw. And he saw the belief that I had in the project that we were working on, and he joined. From that, I think we generated about 160,000 customers from him. And if it wasn't for him, I would never have met my wife, because he was the person who took me to Russia, and that's how I met my wife. So cold messaging will change your life if you're open to doing it long term. It's not, oh, I've done 3 and 3 said no, why? And I think the cool thing is, the longer you're involved in it, the less you need to do it, because you can do lives, you can make posts, and you attract people. But when you message 10 people, they come onto your profile, because people, when you message them, they'll check out who you are and see if you're legit.
Amazing.
When they see it, whoa, this guy's got a big YouTube channel and a big following and a big this and a big that, and they want to message you back because they're like, oh, if Grant Cardone was to message you right now, you'd be like, right, and the interview's over, right? Hey, Grant, right? It would, right? Same with Eric, same with Tony Robbins, same with all these legends. And I think that's the key really is just understanding that it's a long process. You're gonna learn so much and so many skills from it that it's just worth doing. Just worth doing long term.
It enhances patience as well.
Patience, bro, like and you'll meet some
Belief.
incredible people. Yeah, but identifying as well.
Yeah.
Like one of I think the cool things is identifying someone who you think is going to be good and realizing they're not.
Yeah.
And then thinking you don't get sucked into.
Yeah, because you know what's funny when people meet like me or you, and we understand them immediately.
Yeah.
And they say, how can you know all these things about me? And you're like, hey, dude. 10 years,
Yeah.
I've seen thousands of people.
Yeah.
Those haircuts means this.
Yeah. One of the things I used to love doing, this was before Instagram, so on like Facebook pages, is what I used to do is I would used to reach out to people and I'd say, hey, I absolutely love your page. I'm just curious, do you monetize this incredible audience that you built? And 90 plus said no. I don't monetize. I like doing it. I'm like, would you be open to seeing how you could make money from that?
What a line.
Yeah, and that was it. And like a bunch of them would say no, but so many of them said yes. And so many of them said that, you know what, it's not for me. But a few of them did, and they had huge reach. And and what I found is that a lot of influencers join and can recruit, but they can't build. They can recruit a lot because they go, hey guys, swipe up to join my team, because that's what we've been conditioned to do. But if you're smart, you use them as the doorway. They recruit, you build with them, and the people who want.
And if you're asking yourself, how can I get all this information? I don't know where you put the books, bro.
There's somewhere here.
Anyways, he has few books. Somewhere.
This one. These are what it's.
Exactly.
This one and this
There
one.
you go. So go on Amazon everywhere, right?
Yeah. You can Google it. It'll come up.
So right. The last question for you is this: personal brand. You talked about it a little bit before. How you think it's gonna change this industry? Because I'm seeing it right now. People follow people.
Yeah, for sure.
People don't follow products, don't follow services, don't follow companies. People follow leaders. Of course, you gotta have a strong company. Of course, everything, but people.
Yeah, people. I believe people join people's energy. So I think it's very rare that you will join someone who's like, hey, I'm really excited about my business. It's like versus someone who, like, if someone's got a lot of success, it's like, hey, join my business. And you've got someone who has little success who's like, oh, you got to join my bit. People will join that because they need that. People need energy. And I think when people can say to you, your energy is infectious, I want to be around you more, like, you've won. And it's hard to transfer energy through a lens, but I think we live in an age where people buy Nike trainers because of Michael Jordan. People play golf because they saw Tiger Woods do it. People love Formula One because they saw the Netflix show on the Drive to Survive. We're all doing things because we see people doing it and we like them. It's like, I don't watch tennis all the time, but when Andy Murray was in the majors and he was playing Wimbledon, I was like watching every single second. I don't like watching England play football, but when it's in the World Cup, I'm watching every single second. So people are joining. The companies that are growing on, especially a lot online, are the ones that have a few people with a great personal brand, and it's like, well, he's in it, she's in it, he's in it, he's in it, she's in it, she's in it. This is the company. So building a personal brand is going to be great for you, but rule number one in network marketing is protect your energy at all costs. If you protect your energy, you can give the energy. If you give the energy, you'll get people with the energy, the right energy to join your team. Rule number two is protect your company at all costs. Because if your company goes out of business, you aren't getting paid. So then we want to encourage people to keep building their personal brand, so the brand of the company that has these people in it grows and grows and grows. The last rule is protect the industry at all costs. Doesn't matter if you're in company A, company Z, company B, company Y. It does not matter. What matters is that our industry still keeps becoming the greatest industry ever. And for the people who aren't in network marketing, because as I said, cut my wrist, network marketing comes out. It's all I know what to talk about. If you're not in network marketing, just be open to it. Be open to it. And if it's not for you, you don't need to be someone who says it's a bad thing. Right? But yeah, personal brand is amazing. You build it day by day, step by step. And I'm a great believer in everyone gets many lucky breaks. But if you wait for the lucky break, if you wait for the lucky moment, you'll miss it. Because you don't know when it comes. You'll just miss it. But if you keep doing the work and you prepare for it, when it happens, you'll realize that it's happened, and the personal brand spikes and it plateaus, it spikes and it plateaus, and it spikes and it plateaus, and it spikes. So, yeah, it's.
I love when you say those things about protecting the industry, especially for network marketers, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. Like, I show people that I'm graduated in economics, for example. So
awesome.
you know, whenever people say, "Yo, no, I've done that." So, as Holtenbach says, you're never gonna go to the top if you bash other people's company.
100%.
Like, and it depends on the market you're building in.
Right.
Some people do that. So, I mean, let's build this industry great. Thank you, Fraser, for your time and everything.
Anytime, brother.
We're gonna see on
Anytime.
stages and everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Guys, follow him wherever he is, and let's build.